Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol BORN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Doing the state the obvious, but I will anyways. Very, very nice move for this one. A nice gap up, and then after the gap up, I think the most impressive part is it actually maintained the gains. Sure, it would have been nicer had it, stayed up here, portion of the chart, but you got to keep, the overall context in mind, and the overall context of today was before going into today, the price was all the way down there. So I fully understand that this sideways action is kind of quote unquote boring, but the last time it was boring, going sideways was down here. So not to insult anybody's intelligence, but obviously now the boring period is higher than the previous boring period, and that's the name of the game from a big picture perspective. You want to see bases, being built higher, and as long as lows are getting higher and higher, then over time, the chart will take care of itself. So on that note, the ideal level of support going forward is right here at the $1.50 mark, which did a great job of holding strong today. You can see earlier in the morning, the Bulls tried multiple times to try to push down through there, but the Bulls did a good job of holding strong. So $1.50, that ideal level of support. If that can hold, then the next key level to keep an eye on is going to be that purple line, the 50-period simple moving average. I realize the price is up here, and that purple line is way down there. But keyword there being moving. So as time goes by, this line is going to continue to move its way upwards and get more and more relevant. So again, ideally $1.50 you want to see hold, but if that doesn't, then from the big picture perspective, as long as the price stays above that purple line increasing upwards, then the overall trend will remain in the Bulls' favor. What about areas of resistance? Key one that really stands out to me, going to be right here at about the $1.63-ish area, give or take a little bit. Yeah, the price did technically go all the way up here into the $1.70s, but as is the case in many situations, same thing here. Usually there's an initial bridge that first needs to be crossed before you can talk about, doing battle with the previous high, which is what that represents. And in this case, that initial bridge that needs to be crossed right here at $1.63, I think we can all agree, quite a bit of price congestion right around that area. So all in all, though, any way you slice it, very, very nice start to the week for this one. So it'll be interesting to see if the Bulls can build upon this momentum or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.